Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. The Sunday Rise in full effect, baby. Championship Sunday. Where would you rather be than with us four knuckleheads? We here. Full effect, full strength, full health. The Mario mushroom in full effect. And maybe a couple other little mushrooms. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that though. Good morning to all. I'll introduce everybody, damn it. I got the Midnight Rider beside me. I got the Gentleman Jack next to the host of the show, the big guy KG. Once again, gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Man.
Damn, Jack, that's all we get. Morning. Jack trying to put a
Championship weekend. Let's get it, Washington.
Jack trying to put the parlay together. Anytime touchdown score, Jaden Daniels over 200 yards passing. I see what you're doing, Jack.
Actually, that's kind of one of my parlays. You just kind of.
I'm a parlay guru. I ain't a master because I win. I'm just a guru.
I got a parlay called Jesse James. I got both road teams winning, and both road teams are dogs. So it's both road dogs winning. I got Jaden Daniels over 250. I got Saquon with a anytime touchdown. I think I have Josh Allen with a touchdown, and I forgot what the other part is. It might be a Kelsey over 50 yards or something like that.
You got Josh with an anytime touchdown or a passing touchdown?
Anytime. Because, Josh like to run in big games.
Yeah, he do. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But I ain't going to spoil it. But, big guy, get us started. Where we going?
Well, gentlemen, today is about a history lesson. First of all, and good morning to everyone for joining us. Today is about a history lesson. And it's going to be a lot of history talked about today. Matty Ice checking in. Good luck today, both of your teams. It's the Super Bowl everyone wants. It is. Fellas, start this off right. Let me move you guys off to the side. And we're going to talk for a second. My finger's getting stuck.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Damn.
Remembering Kobe, his daughter, the Altabellis, the pilot, Mr. Azaban. 5 years later, I forgot today was the 26th because I was so focused on championship Sunday. I didn't realize what it was until Xavier said something to me last night. He said, "What we doing tomorrow?" I said, "Man, we gotta get ready for the championship. We gotta get ready for the games and everything. And I need to have my John Thompson meal, which I will talk about in the What You're Eating segment." So I was like, I need to have my John Thompson meal. He's like, "No, what you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Tomorrow's the 26th." I was like, "I know it's the 26th." He says, "Kobe?" And I just instantly was like, oh, I just wasn't even thinking along those lines. So 5 years later, go around the room, start with the Gentleman Jack, go to the boss BJ, and then the Midnight Rider. 5 years later.
5 years later, I think it's going to sound funny, but I think of Kobe often. Watching games, seeing TV commercials, TikTok, Kobe's still all over the place. But what I think about with Kobe and the 5 years that have passed, what was Kobe not able to finish doing? Kobe had so many things going on at the time of his passing especially with the raising of his daughter through the basketball world. She'd probably have already been through high school ball by now. Or Gigi probably be looking at colleges now. It's just terrible to everybody involved, not just Kobe. To be taken like that, it must be nice, man. That's how the rich people travel. You know what I'm saying? They just hop a helicopter. They can't mess with that LA traffic out there. So them rich cats, boy, they flying helicopters all the time. It's just a shame that they had to make this flight this day with visibility conditions. It just still bothers me to this day that it happened. And you telling me that you just got reminded of the date and everything. And when you said that, my heart kind of sunk again because I remember how I felt that day when I heard the news of Kobe's passing. And this is crazy because I'm a Celtic fan, but always respected Kobe Bryant, even though he wore the Lakers color. Just continue to rest easy, Kobe, Gigi, and the rest of the families that were involved in this situation, the Altobelli family. Damn, and KG, why you start me up with this one today? Yeah, that's what I got to say about Kobe, man. What do you think, Midnight Rider? What comes to your mind when you think about Kobe today, 5 days later?
Let B go next.
Okay, BJ.
Yeah, man, it's this is just one of them things. When the date comes up, as I knew where I was. We were celebrating my middle daughter's birthday, and where we were had really bad cell reception. And I just heard a girl blurt out, "Oh my God, Kobe Bryant died!" And I was like, and I heard her clear. It's one of them things like you're questioning what you heard, but I was right beside her, and I'm panicking, getting my phone out. And when it finally loaded, that's the lead story on everything. And at that time, it was speculation still. Everybody was trying to confirm, but a couple of like the major uh, news outlets, kind of start pouring in, and it's like, yeah, this is confirmed. Then people were like, oh, we were just trying to confirm he was on there, and then just as like the hour went past, it was confirmed, and it was just one of them gut wrenching feelings. I've never met Kobe Bryant in my life. Of course, I just watched his career and watch him go from a bench player to a Hall of Famer with two numbers with the purple and gold. And it's sad, man. Just the loss of life, and not just I know Kobe's the main character here, daughter, but the other lives that were lost as well. It's tragic. But to dive into the NFL, the NBA a little bit more, I think Kobe passing kind of hurt. Guys can talk about it, but it's nobody to hold them accountable. Guys can say Mamba this, Mamba that, but what they're doing on the court doesn't translate to that. And sometimes that's a little annoying, the guys that looked up to him, the guys that want to honor his memory, and then you get what you get on the court doesn't match. And I think Kobe would have kept that fire lit, that competitive, challenging people. He was the ambassador, even with LeBron still playing, he was the NBA still. It's just one of them things that you'll never get over as a basketball fan, as a father, a husband. His life was cut short way too early. So on to you, Midnight Rider.
Go ahead, KG.
Well, I'll say this: it's one of those things where you remember where you were, and I agree with B. I was home, and I was walking. My wife had called because she had a really, really big order she had to deliver, and we were delivering over there on Brinkley Road, and she needed help, so she had called, and then my phone started buzzing. And I was like, what's going on? So I started looking, and I'm on Facebook, and one of the biggest Laker fans I'm Facebook friends with, she's a huge Kobe fan, and she's like, the news can't be true. And I'm like, what is she talking about? And as we're walking out the door, I was about 5 steps from the door, and I dropped my phone. And I was like, nah, I was like, I don't believe nothing TMZ say. TMZ a bunch of lies, and I don't follow TMZ. I hate TMZ. So I walked out. I jumped in Misty Blue, let the windows down, and I pulled off. And I'm trying to drive and be on my phone at the same time. And then all of a sudden, I started getting phone calls. Hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Why? What's going on? Why does everybody keep calling me, asking me, am I all right? And then they finally told me. And it's like, I didn't really see it online. I had somebody call me and tell me. And it was just like a gut punch. And I've said it on this show the whole time we've done it. I said one thing that I've always been and I've always prided myself on. Now, when Kobe came into the league, I was a big Kobe Bryant fan. When they started winning championships and became front runners, I was the biggest Laker hater that you could ever imagine. I always prided myself as the Kobe hater because I'm like, dude, you making people look like fools. I can't stand you right now because I can't beat you. But I loved him. And I loved he was my nemesis in basketball. And I don't have a nemesis in basketball now. And he was my nemesis. Those 3 years that they went to the finals against the Celtics, the Magic, and the Celtics, I thought that was some of the best basketball I ever seen played. And I was like, he is masterful. He is wonderful. And I mean, the love has always been there. But I was like, he is my nemesis. But I love to see him when he beat Orlando. I don't think it was any bigger Kobe fan than me at that time because I hated Orlando. I couldn't stand Dwight Howard at the time. So, you know, it was great. His final game, I had it on DVR. And I watched that game at least 5 times in 2 days. Because I was like, how is this your last game? Dude, you still got gas in the tank. Don't let this be the last one. Come out of retirement and keep going. In death, I've seen a lot of people say, you know, like BJ said, oh, Mamba mentality, we got to do this, but you don't exhibit it. Nobody works that hard anymore. You say it, but nobody works that hard. And to see what he meant to so many people, and I've seen people say, oh, y'all just inflate Kobe's career because he died and this, that, and that. No. If you sat there and you watched his whole career, you understand what he started as and what he ended as. The 26th of January, 2020 was a sad, sad day. And it's like, I always say, generations mark time by deaths. You have our parents' generation. Parents' generation, because Jack wasn't born yet. So I say our parents' generation, they mark time by the death of Kennedy, Malcolm X, MLK. Jack generation, because Jack's a little bit older.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Jack's generation marks death, especially in the area, by the death of Len Bias. Our generation marks time by September 11th. You see what I'm saying? It's always some major event that happens each generation. I think this is our kids' generation way of marking time because you don't realize it's 5 years. And it's really been 5 years. And then if you think about it, you had the helicopter crash. And then 2 months later, the whole world shut down. And we start the pandemic. So it's just like, geez, man. Midnight Rider.
All right. I'm glad I let you go before me. Because you said something very eloquently. You said he was your nemesis. And when you say that, and I think about Kobe, he has that great commercial where like he's dribbling the ball at the top of the key and like all of the fans of different teams stand up and start singing and how much they hate him and all that stuff. Like, that's the beautiful thing about Kobe. Like, he didn't mind being the villain. He didn't mind taking your heart out and stomping on it. And I guess I got to go back. So 5 years, I think I was just doing stuff that day. And I saw the text, or I saw a message come across. I was like, nah, that's not real. I'm just going to wait because I have a Ben Conti Twitter, and then I got the Fat Poet 10 Twitter account. Ben Conti Twitter had it, and normally that's where all the random stuff goes. So I saw it there, and I was like, nah, that ain't true. And then it started coming in. And the funny thing for me was I kind of heard about Kobe, but I wasn't sold on him. So his first 2 or 3 years, I was like, yeah, whatever. And then fourth quarter, I think we're down 10 or 15 to Portland, game 7. And he puts the team on his back. And they come back and it ends with that epic lob to Shaq and the dunk and the Shaq's pointing. And like, that was the day. I was like, oh, we got something. Like, he's different. And he continued to show that throughout the rest of the playoffs and everything. And I think Jack said something also that was kind of special in his own way, because we all know Jack is special. It's all good. In terms of, he said something like this, the way the guys play basketball or something like that, and the Mamba mentality thing. And I apologize if I'm rambling, but it's when Jack said the standard that he would hold these guys to, I don't think we would be having the All-Star games we've had the last 5 years if Kobe was here, because he would hold them to a different regard. And then it's funny because Jack said Gigi would be, I think she'd be like 17 right now. So she'd be looking at schools to go play basketball. Mm-hmm. And if I know Kobe, she'd be either going to UConn. She definitely wouldn't go to South Carolina. She wouldn't be going to South Carolina. She'd go to UConn or somewhere like that, so that way they could beat South Carolina. Because that's the mentality she would have. If she wants to knock the dog off, she doesn't want to go join the dog. She don't want to go where the 10 McDonald's All-Americans are. In true Mamba fashion, she would go somewhere. She might even go to LSU, so that way she can play South Carolina twice a year, type of thing. But yeah, man, and Kobe was my guy. Through the 8, through the 24. There's a lot of stuff I have that are 8/24, and it's funny because my dad's birthday is the 8th of October. 24 is like one of the numbers I had when I was growing up, playing basketball. So like 8 and 24 kind of hold things for me. And I didn't really like take those numbers into concept until he was gone and like conceptualize it. Because that's also, we go 4 months later, and like my pops passed. So like 19 was rough for me. So it's interesting. That's all I got.
Indeed.
Couple comments real quick. Jack Wagner says, RIP Kobe and Gigi. Talking about his last game and dropped 60. RIP Kobe. That was a sad day for me. Rachel says, I couldn't believe it. Watching the news until they said it was definitely Kobe's helicopter. It was a very sad time for everyone. I used to love to hear him talk and give advice. He was a smart role model for everyone, not just kids. I'm glad they still keep showing his strength and honor for everyone to see. And I agree with that. Jack Wagner says, Kobe, RIP Mamba. And Earl Lawrence said, my pop died in 2019. And Midnight Rider talked about commercials. And I always say one of my favorite commercials has always been the one he did with him and Kanye West. He said, how many more records can my records break? More. And then he asked me, he said, are you the same beast, but yet a different animal? What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? You're welcome. I love that. And my wife can tell you, I do that to the kids all the time. I ask them, are you the same beast, but yet a different animal? And they give me this look that's confused, and I'm like, you're welcome. And I just walk off. I've been quoting that for years. I love it. So it's still, you still got highlights and everything. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, I see in the comments, we got comment from Rachel Braggan. Rachel Braggan is one of our biggest supporters, guys. She follows everything we put on our page. She likes, she comments. And I just wanted to give a shout out to some of our loyal people. We got Jack Wagner, V, Boone, Earl, Matty Ice. Outside of Facebook here, we got Brian Kramer, Kathy Doyle, both my sisters been big supporters. Did I miss anybody, guys?
You just want to give your sisters a shout out. That's all it was.
Give a shout out. No, the only shout out I had to do was Wednesday on In the Passenger Seat. I couldn't talk to people doing the polar plunge and not give my daughter a shout out for doing her first polar plunge next weekend. So shout out to my daughter too.
Well, if you're doing shout out, you might as well give a shout out to Sharon and what's the Myrick's for what they just pulled off with the polar plunge and the super plunge where they plunge for 24 hours once an hour. They hit their goals. But thanks, ladies, for just coming on the show with us and just giving and spreading the message. And somebody got to see if they ready for baseball preview. If you in, we got a spot for you.
Well, Jamie and Sharon were inducted to the Super Plunger Hall of Fame this past weekend. What a big honor to have there, because as you know, the plunge raises thousands and hundreds and much money for Special Olympic athletes. So I want to give all the super plungers, the regular plungers, anyone that's out there participating in this polar plunge and raising money for these great athletes. Hats off. Thanks a lot. Y'all good people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Midnight Rider, I was told you need to do a shout out.
I do?
Yeah. I was told tell him to shout out them rolls.
Oh, them joints right there. Oh man. I almost ran out of butter. I mean, I didn't even need butter. That little whatever that container of butter was, it went in the can full because I didn't need it. Yeah, dog. Yo, if y'all ever ask KG's wife to make some rolls, don't get the 6-pack. Don't get you cheating yourself. You get 6. You're lying to yourself. And don't even worry about having leftovers because you're gonna eat all 12 in the same day. Because it took me approximately 33 minutes and 22 seconds to eat all 6 of the rolls that I had.
And out of that batch, I got 1.
I think my godmother got 1.
Dang.
She got lucky. She saw it come in, she smelled it. She was like, hold on. And she grabbed one right away. I was like, all right. That's all you getting.
That's it.
Hey, Midnight Rider, did you say your dad's birthday was the 8th of October?
Yeah.
You know the significance of that on a musical standpoint?
Well, I know. See, well, B, you take me in a different paths now because 10 is just a number of perfection, and of course, I wear my number 10. But you got to break that down for me.
Reminisce over you. The birth of a child on the 8th of October.
Reminisce.
Yeah.
Mm.
As soon as you said it, I was like, that sounds familiar.
Right. That's right.
Yo, we just gotta get the music pod going, man. Just another branch of Sideline Junkies, boy.
CL Smooth for you.
Yeah.
I think you missed Earl's first comment.
Yeah.
It ties in with that.
Yeah, I got him. Yeah. He said my pop died in 2019. Say I'm with you. Jack Wagner said R.I.P. Tommy. Rachel said go Cam. And Earl said big ups Lil C.
I could see Earl's father Tommy watching the Sideline Junkies. I could see it, man. I really could. Earl's dad, Tommy, was a cool dude.
All right, let's get back in here. Let's pull this together, fellas. Damn, what the hell? Oh, jeez. We're gonna talk a little
together.
Transfer portal. And Midnight Rider put up a post about the transfer portal. What's the cat from Ohio State?
Which one? It's Jeremiah Smith and I think the other wide receiver wears number 17. I can't think of his name right now, but both of them have been offered.
It was Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, he was offered like 4.5 to transfer to another school. But that's the way of the world now. And then somebody in the room said something about NIL was ruining college football or whatever. Go ahead, KG.
I'm gonna say that. Yeah, but see now I'm gonna be non-biased. I'm gonna go middle of the road right here. I'm not gonna go left or right. I'm gonna go middle of the road. You have the transfer portal, and I'm asking this question to the panel. You have the transfer portal. Are we just basically just might as well say, hey, you signed a 1-year deal or 1-year commitment. That's what your commitment is. And if it doesn't work out for you at the end of that season, you enter the transfer portal. You go to the highest bidder.
Now, you keep doing this. You keep having revisionist history on what the world is. Scholarships.
I'm asking a question. I'm not.
Hold on. Let me get this out, and then I'm gonna let you finish. Beyonce had the baddest album. But when it comes to this, you keep acting like colleges and the scholarships aren't for 1-year renewable scholarships. At the end of that year, if you don't do your job, the school cannot renew your scholarship and take your scholarship away. So let's not act like this is a grand gesture on behalf of the schools that they're giving you this vast opportunity. And even if you mess up or you fail, that you can't. No. We just even out the playing field, baby. And as my cousin Eric always says, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But you can go ahead now. Finish your question. I'm sorry.
No. My question, I like how you put that. I like how you interjected that. My question to you and the rest of the guys and everybody listening: how is this any different than NFL free agency? That's one question. But are we just headed that way? Because I got feelings, but I'm gonna let Jack go, the boss BJ, Midnight Rider, and I'll finish it up. So Jack, transfer portal, is this just free agency or what? Thanks for taking my call. I'll hang up and listen.
Oh, not the mute monster again.
Mute monster.
Oh, hit your button, boy.
Damn. We can't get through a show without mute monster getting us, man. And it's usually KG.
Since you got that new fancy microphone in your face, you always catch yourself on mute.
So, what the hell are we talking about again now? Y'all got me shook. Free agency, NCAA. You know, it used to be, I'm going to be taking my talents to Michigan for 4 years. Or, you know, we offering you a 4-year scholarship. You know, that's how it used to be said. But now, it is the same as NFL free agency, basically. There's no contracts. You know, there's no 4-year deals, 2-year deals. Like Midnight Rider said, you know, it can go one year. You can be detriment to the team or not producing. They can pull this scholarship. But Jesus Christ, to make it worth of dangling millions of dollars in front of these kids' faces. And I'm being serious saying kids' faces. Some of these boys 17, 18, 19 years old. And you dangling 3, 4, 6 million in front of them. Yes, it is. That's why these kids have freaking agents now. You used to not get an agent until you went pro, but they need one now to deal with the universities and these amounts of money and these sponsorships they're taking on. So, you know, NIL and transfer portal is not my fun list of stuff to talk about because I can't stand it. So, whoever wants to go next on this, man. I mean, that's just I've said so much about this and my dislike for it, but I don't think there's a damn thing I can do about it because it is what it is. So, how can we make this better? How can the NCAA make this better? I'm good.
I'm a bunny hop the fence on Midnight Rider side because y'all already know where I stand with this. I absolutely love this because just think about it this way: if they're willing to give him 4.5, just how much money are they making? That's not even scraping the surface of how much money is sitting in the NCAA and these big schools' money. I also love it from a competitive standpoint because now you can't have the Nick Sabans of the world in Alabama have their third guy on their roster spot, a 5-star sitting because they're Alabama. You actually can have competitive schools now. And just to go back to the college football playoff, you have an SMU that hasn't been there before and go to Penn State, and then you can see them rattle. That's what you want to see. And unfortunately, to get to that, you have to spread the talent around. You can't just have it at Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, LSU, Clemson. You just can't have it UCLA, USC, Oregon. That's it. If we don't have the NIL, that's who's making the college football playoff every year. And every 10 years or so, you might get an SMU coming in and get demolished. But now you actually have a chance to build a team, and now you just can't come in a recruit's face. I'm Alabama. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? You're going to be on TV. That's not enough anymore. So now you have to evolve your pitches and your recruiting to like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're going to play. This is how we're going to help you grow as a kid, a player. I mean, just think $4.5 million. If you got the right agent, you could start a business. Your family can start a business, even if you don't play football anymore. Y'all can own a couple of McDonald's or whatever the case is now and be set forever. This is life-changing money. This isn't something to shake a stick at. Like, and not everybody's going to get it because everybody's not the same caliber of player. But you're talking about kids that would never got this money, and the NCAA would use and dispose them. How many great moments can we sit here and talk about college football playoffs, NCAA tournament? These kids didn't get paid before this. Well, names and they didn't get paid for this. But their memories live on forever. You see it on ESPN, Fox, where they show every year when March Madness come around, they show the top 10 buzzer beaters, best tournament moments. Some kids ain't get paid unless it was under the table. I absolutely love this. I said it before. The NCAA kind of got to reel it back in a little bit, just a little bit, and put like the levees are the levees in New Orleans. They need to rebuild the levees because you're just jumping over the levees right now. They need to kind of rebuild them and have a little bit more structure. But I love it. I absolutely love it because, like the Midnight Rider says, no fun when a rabbit has the gun. You offering 4.5 over here, 4.8, and giving 4.9 over here, 5.2. That's what it is. I love it. I love it. But the crazy thing is the kid that's making the decision still has to go somewhere that's going to benefit him as far as, are you going to win there? Like if I'm Penn State, y'all offering 4.5, we need a receiver. Here goes 6. We saw with Penn State and got nobody to throw to. They didn't have a receiver, didn't have a catch in that game versus, was it Notre Dame? Not one receiver. So, yeah, I love it, man. I love it. It just has to be tinker with a little bit. And you'll see the college football landscape, the college basketball landscape. You're going to start seeing some teams in there that aren't blue bloods, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, basketball is different, guys. Sorry, Midnight Rider. Basketball, they can do the one and done, and in football, they got to stay till junior year. So in basketball, I don't think they give a shit as much.
Well, Jack, if you're basketball, and we've seen a ton of players that play in a system in college and amount to nothing in the NBA. So if you're telling me, if you got the, like I said, and all it entails to having the right people around you. If you're telling If you're telling the guy you're not going to be you're going to be a second round pick maybe on a 2-way G League contract versus you stay here, we're going to give you $4 or $5 million, then you might go back and now you might be a late first round pick. You might have a really good year next year. There's no pressure on you because you got money. It's a lot of pros and cons to the money because you can get lazy kids. I got this money, I ain't got to do nothing, you know. But like I said, it benefits them. I don't have to come out. You come out your junior year, and the Cleveland Browns waiting for you to draft you a quarterback. Now, give me the $4.5 million. I'm gonna stay. y'all draft whoever y'all gonna draft. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay for my senior year. It helps them out, man. It really does.
Before I go, can you hit these comments real quick? Because Maddie got a comment that I want to kind of tie into what I'm talking about.
All right.
Hit all his comments.
Maddie said, "Oh, go back one more." Earl Lawrence said his dad be talking big shit. See, that's what we like right there. Matty Ice said he's not leaving wide receiver university. Earl Lawrence says, I think so.
Jeremiah Smith doesn't go to LSU. I'm sorry. Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. That's 3 of the top 5 wide receivers in the league, if I'm not mistaken. If not 4 out of the top 10. So, I mean, Ohio State is okay, but they may not be wide receiver U. I'm just going to leave it at that.
They're the national champions, fool.
I'm not even dropping my mic. I'm just going to place it down gently on the side here and let y'all continue the show.
Who Ohio State got right now running?
Olave, McLaurin, Harrison Jr. Who am I missing? Garrett. Garrett at Garrett
Wilson.
Who else? I don't think I'm missing anybody more important.
Okay.
Smith and Jigba. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I mean, if you put that full, like if you go war games and you put the 4 LSU in the ring against the top 4 Ohio State, give me LSU all day, baby.
And I ain't trying to go too deep into this, but a gentleman here.
That's a pin for later on. But go ahead and finish your thought.
I was saying Terry McLaurin. I questioned Terry McLaurin a couple seasons ago, right? A couple of those Ohio State guys don't have quarterbacks.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, I'm just saying that you can look good when you got glitter and powdered sugar all over you and water glistening all over your body. But until you get the powdered sugar and the sprinkles and all that, and ain't no water coming down, the light ain't hit, you don't look as good. I'm just saying. But we'll put a pin in it for another time.
I'd like to say good morning to Mr. Young, man. It's good to see him in the comments. Just asking what time Detroit playing today, if y'all don't mind.
Mr. Young. Was he on Instagram?
I got you, dog. Right here. Good morning, fellows. And then he says, "Go Lions." Hey, just drop in the comments what time y'all play today. I'm just trying to figure that out.
Lions just go home.
Did y'all hear the thing that my man signed the Lions DB jersey? Like Jaden Daniels and Terrion Arnold did a jersey, and he signed the bottom of his jersey. He signed his name, and he said Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, indeed. Now I understand on topic. Transfer portal, just free agency. I think we kind of got lost here with the wide receiver youth thing. So let's go back. Maddie says no salary cap is the number one way. It's different. Then he says, I do think if you get NIL money, you're supposed to get you play in every game until the year is up. Then it's Jack Wagner saying when you commit to a school, you should have to stay there at least 2 years.
But then that has to go for the coaches too.
There we go.
That has to go for the coaches too.
And then this is the comment I really wanted: is it's killing the mid majors as well. They can't compete. If they get lucky, they strike gold on a kid, and then he's gone. They can't keep up. That's a shame. Won't ever see a run by a Fresno State or Northern Illinois or FAU.
I kind of disagree with that because I think it's enough talent. You like I say, I bring up Alabama. Alabama had for years was sitting 3 and 4 deep. 3 and 4 deep. Kids not playing to their junior, senior year. Some kids not even making the field that were 4 and 5 star recruits just didn't make the field. So I think it's enough out there, but you got to build your program. It's going to take time for those mid majors, even with the NIL money. But you got kids that want to play now and don't want to sit behind for 2 years. It's talent out there that wants to play now. Now you got 30-year-old juniors. I mean, it's there, baby. It's there. It's just that I think everybody got to kind of figure it out and just kind of, get in where they fit in and find their angle to pull some of that talent away. Because now, if you're Northern Illinois and you beat Notre Dame, you get a boost, you get a bump. Because now everybody's like, who the hell is Northern Illinois? You get a bump, you get a boost. Now that's your recruiting angle. Hey, we beat Notre Dame, and if you come here, guess what? This is gonna make us better. You get that now, but let me shut up.
Nah, you good. Because the reason I wanted to pull Maddie's comment is because if you think about a school like Vanderbilt just had its best season in a long time. And in part, that was because of having NIL money and pulling the quarterback that they pulled. I think Maddie has a great point on those lower level teams are going to start losing their top tier talent to schools. But once a kid see a guy go there and succeed and he can get some money, guess what's going to happen? The kid's going to say, hey, I'm going to go to Fresno State or Northern Illinois, play right away, play my first 2 years there, and then I leave and I get paid. So they still get the talent. They still get the bump. They just won't have the bump for the whole time that the player is there. And that's the only difference in this is now a guy that's one of the guys in one of our groups. His son is like a 3-star. Well, if he goes to Liberty or one of those schools, in 2 years, he can end up somewhere else. The starting quarterback next year, probably for Colorado, is a kid, Keelan Sanders. I think is his last name. He's a transfer quarterback from Liberty who basically broke every record last season for his league through he's thrown or he has 77 total touchdowns, 7,000 yards passing over the last couple of years. And now he's probably going to be the starter in Colorado next year. It's helping college football on a lower level because it's giving guys the opportunity to play in a place that they thought they should have played at before. But they just didn't have the opportunity because they didn't have enough stars. So that's how I see this. Now let's go to the traditionalist, KG, and let him finish this out.
Let me jump into a couple of comments real quick. Jack Wagner said, I'm not a fan of the portal. And I'm right there with you. Earl Lawrence said, yes, it's just free agency. Matty Ice said, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Smith and Jigba. So you got a couple of receivers out of Ohio State.
Okay.
Nobody has a quarterback.
Jesse said, that's why Nick Saban left because of NIL.
Don't get me started on Nick Saban.
You know what, KG? I saw what you just did, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Boone says, kids want to play and win. Play, win, and get paid. The only opportunities are really at bigger programs. Mid majors are going to always struggle. And Jesse said, just like SMU. So let me get my thoughts in.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't let you go.
I'm gonna say this. This is why the transfer portal is ass. Okay, it's basically when you get a scholarship, you either get a 2-year scholarship or a 4-year scholarship. That means your education is paid for. And what are you shaking your head for? What
that's
are you
not
shaking your
true.
head for?
It's 4
So-
1-year agreements.
So you telling me that they don't give 4-year scholarships no more? They don't give 2-year scholarships no more?
They're called 4-year scholarships in terms, but it's
Layman's
not.
term.
All it is 4 1-year deals. That's
Okay.
why they can back out of your scholarship. That's why your scholarship can get rescinded.
Well, you have certain things you have to do to keep your scholarship. You have to keep a certain grade point average. You also have to, you got to keep a certain grade point average. You can't do anything against the community standards of the school.
No, you could be the kid that came in. You were a 2-star recruit, and you're at the end of the bench, and then they got to make room because now the thing that we are leaving out is next year the roster limitations drop 15 spots, so you go from like 120 to 105. So now you got to fit.
Push more talent
in the
around.
105.
Yep.
Now, if I've signed some kid to an NIL deal to bring them in, guess who's getting kicked off the roster?
The walk-on.
No, it's not going to be the walk-on. It's going to be the kid with the 105th scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on.
No, it ain't no
yeah.
because I haven't even finished my point yet. It ain't no yeah.
What's
You
your
thought
rebuttal?
you ate. You thought you ate,
Come
but
on.
your plate's still full.
Let's go.
BJ,
You
they've
you
been
said
at
he-
it all month, man.
You said Midnight Rider had a couple of those rolls and he's sitting on his ass, can't move.
He's sitting on his
He-
ass. All
he
you did
wiggling
was
his
eat the
feet.
bread. You ain't eating none of the food. You thought you ate, but your plate's still full, youngster. Now,
Big guy froze. Come on, I sent fresh hamsters out earlier this week for the internet wheel, and here we go freezing.
it's okay. It's all right. I got a little animated. Let me bring it down.
What you eat? What you eat your hamsters?
Little Bobby
Oh,
So you sign a commitment letter. You commit to this school. Just because this is like the participation trophy. Just because things ain't going your way, you didn't get on the field enough, you didn't have enough catches. Oh, they not treating me right, coach keep yelling at me. I'm going somewhere else. Somebody can offer you money to go somewhere else. I think that's the probably the most asinine worst thing you can do in college football because nobody has any commitment. Nobody has any loyalty anymore. It used to be an honor to play for the University of Maryland, to play for Notre Dame, to play for LSU. Even if you went to a mid-major like Weber State, it was an honor. I got my degree from Weber State. They paid my ride. Now, with that scholarship, you got money. It wasn't a whole lot. It used to be $250 a month, and you couldn't live off campus and stuff like that. I didn't like those rules at all. I believe they should get paid, but you're getting paid, what BJ called it, life-changing money. And you know what guys are doing? Guys are transferring year after year. Oh, I need a medical red shirt for this, but you still getting NIL money. But I need a medical red shirt. Now you got a 32-year-old dude that just transferred. Oldest dude in college football right now. You got guys staying in college for 6, 7, 8 years. Dog, you're not even a graduate assistant. You're not even a graduate. Are you even going to class? Or are you just playing football and transferring to different colleges just to get money? Is this your job?
All right, let's.
This
see,
is
you
hold
live in the
on.
outline.
Let him go.
Let
Let him go. Let him
Finish.
finish. Let him finish.
This is out of hand. You telling me you're offering a kid $4.5 million, right? To transfer from a school that just won a national championship. But here's the caveat. Here's the caveat that nobody's realizing. And I found it out yesterday when I was doing a little reading. I wanted to bring this up to you guys today. You talk about money that comes into a school. What's going to happen when the Ivy League schools start saying, you know what, we can buy players too? They got more money to spend than any other schools in the goddamn country. So when guys start going to Harvard, they start going to Princeton, and they start getting these NIL deals. It ain't going to be no $4 or $5 million. They start getting, because they have trillions coming into their university every year. So these guys start getting $15, $20 million to go play in the Ivy League. And now you know the Ivy League is like the old school Big East where everybody in the goddamn tournament. You got the Ivy League running shit in college football. What's going to happen then? Now you're going to say, oh, well, let's put a cap on it because this is not fair. No, it's not fair now. Because
Man,
you're
Ryder,
killing the integrity of college football. You're killing the integrity of college sports.
Go ahead, B. I know you.
You know why the
Sure.
Ivy League can't happen? Because these kids can't get into an Ivy League school. The people that can get into the kids that can get into an Ivy League school, if you assemble the best kids that can get into an Ivy League school, they couldn't beat the Maryland Terrapins on the football field.
And then can I go? But let me take it a step further. The other reason that KG's theory doesn't work. The other reason his theory doesn't work is the Ivy League is Division 1A. So who's going to go to Division 1A and play and not even play Division 1 ball? Because they can do that for the money. But
Midnight Rider said something on this show some time ago. I forgot who he was talking about. I don't want to wake up in bowl contention. I wake up in a contention for national championship. I forgot who we were playing. Yeah, I don't want to wake up and we in the Duke Mayonnaise Bowl versus we're hosting the first round of the college football playoff or we have the bye. Can I also say this? And this is since we started off with Kobe Bryant, I want to. It's so many factors to this NIL and stuff. Don't forget about the kids that have the Kobe Bryant mentality that's been sitting there waiting on Ohio State, waiting on Michigan to send them a letter or recruit them, and they never get that letter. And they're sitting there steaming. You got a 3 or 4 star that KG, you know what I'm talking about. That's a green gem. He's a green gem. Michigan never called him. And he's sitting there steaming, and he got his phone out. Who do they play? I want to play Michigan. They might go to Michigan State. They might go to – you talking about Big Ten. It might trickle down to Nebraska, somewhere to fit for him. Now you got a kid that dreamed to go to Michigan, that dreamed to go to Ohio State, Oregon. They're not getting those calls because now these teams can kind of pick out who they want because they got money, they got the prestige, they got the big. They're going to be on TV every week. So now I don't need this 4-star. Now that 4-star got that Kobe Bryant mentality. I want to play you as many times as I can play you. I want to put you out of playoffs. Give me my $900,000 NIL contract. I'm gonna come to Nebraska. Now all of a sudden, you got these teams with kids on there that have the Kobe Bryant mentality and waiting for these big teams. It's a trickle down effect all across the board. I'm gonna make one comment and then I'm gonna leave this alone until the off season because I know we're gonna talk about this again because we already got so many comments on this. And KG obviously don't know that he's wrong. But so the beauty of this is George Mason University, the school that I matriculated to for 4 years. I didn't get a scholarship. I didn't graduate, but I matriculated there for 4 years.
Matriculated.
It's a good word, Jack. Attitude.
I don't even know what it means.
Just add it to your lexicon. You'll figure it out.
Keep my Bladensburg education and just say matriculated. But you got Midnight Rider and KG with the NIL new boy band. Must be the money. Must be the money.
Yo, you a fool, man. But no, all I'm gonna say is I'm in here.
That's y'all too. Last month
is I went to George Mason and I saw what happened at my school when I left, and they had that run in 2005, and the money that came in that school and the way that campus transformed. We ended up with like a swimming pool. We got a hotel on campus. Like right now, if I go to that campus, I couldn't find my way around the campus at all because so much stuff has changed. So much has happened. So let's not all we keep talking about the kids getting the money, but let's not forget these schools get paid as you advance.
Billions.
Yeah, so let's not
these comments.
But I'm willing, if KG wants to settle out of court, we put a pin in this until later on. Because we're gonna have some days where we need some conversations. And this can be a whole show.
Agreed.
Okay. See, that's the first time we agreed all show.
Yeah. Matty Ice said, glad I just
all year
for this segment.
Thank you.
Matty also said, guys are making a college football a career with these 6, 7, 8 years stuff. Yep.
But
Boom said
one thing on that, real quick. That's the outliers. Like we're coming to the end of those guys being able to have that, because everybody probably next year should be classes of 2021 and after, so they shouldn't have that year, that COVID year. So we should be back to 5-6 year guys, as opposed to that 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all I want to say on that part.
Definitely.
And that's the other thing I forgot. I don't know if you've been paying attention, KG or B, but Jack Carr has been changing hats like somebody. It's like every 10 minutes or whatever.
I see him.
Yep.
So yeah, I want to give a shout out for that. I'm sorry. I've been wanting to say that, but KG keep getting on my nerves, so I keep having
Okay.
Both of y'all getting on my nerves.
Jack Carr has the best wardrobe, the best show wardrobe that we've ever seen, because he's been able to switch hats left, right, and up and down. And it ain't over yet.
No, sir.
Boone said real players are going to the Ivy League because, again, real players aren't going to the Ivy League because, again, they want a chance to win a Natty too. But here's my thing. Just because Ivy League football is Division 1A don't mean they can't apply for Division 1. It's a lot of teams that went from FCS to FBS.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen.
James Madison, one of them.
You just keep adding 5. No, you know what? I'm not going to do this with you.
I know you, but I'm just saying it can happen. Put a pin in it. I'll write it down.
DJ, you gotta get these boys, send them on vacation or something. They need to be buddies again.
I can't send them on vacation because when we clip this an Opus clips, I gotta pay for extra credits. That's the vacation money.
Earl Lawrence said, hold up. Am I in the Twilight Zone? Scans haven't been to an NFC championship game in 33 years, and we talking NIL, hail to the Redskins. We get ready to get to that.
We coming, squirrel.
Grid on Gridiron, old school Redskins hat, really very nice. Matriculate is an SAT word. That's your SAT word, matriculate.
Well, no, I mean,
I said.
If you want, you can add matriculate, and I'll give you another one, lexicon. Because you got the word matriculate to your lexicon.
You making me dyslexic.
We're gonna have to charge for this part of the show. SAT words. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You on the gridiron says Commanders versus Chiefs. Rookies take down the best.
Whoa.
Packer fan first, NFL fan second. And Boone said that ND laws should have brought them closer together.
Wow.
Kumbaya. Boone. Who is Grid on the Gridiron, man? Let me know who you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the championship. I'm not even gonna feed into Boone's comment because I'm still upset.
Oh, hey, KG, hold on. I'm glad he commented, because I saw somewhere that JT Barrett is going to be a quarterback's coach for, I think, either the Chicago Bears or somebody. So shout out to JT Barrett for getting his degree and actually being able to do something in professional football that doesn't involve him throwing the football, because he can't.
Oh my goodness.
Geez, I lost my train of thought there. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the championship portion. We got the Bills versus Chiefs at what, 3:30 B?
No, they 6.
They 6.
The oh yeah, they the late game.
Yeah, the NFC come on first.
The Chiefs are 1.5 point favorites. Over under is 48.5, and it is at Arrowhead Stadium. All lines are brought to you by FanDuel. Gentleman Jack, take it away.
Oh God, not again!
Mute button.
Kansas City Chiefs. Back in familiar territory in the AFC Championship game. They've been, putting along, doing what they got to do. Some of us are knocking them for not being that finish out, tear the heart out type of football team this year, winning by close margins majority of their games, but they winning. So Mahomes and Kelsey were on point last week. That when the offense is running through Kelsey, I think that offense is hard to stop, because when you try to put a stop on the backside of the backfield and Kelsey, then that's when them speedsters get out there and burn you. So you're gonna have to watch out with Worthy and D Hop on the outsides. But I think Buffalo's defense is playing better than Kansas City's defense right now, and I think that's what's going to win this game. I'm not saying it's going to be a defensive game. I'm expecting points here. I think Allen and the Bills are going to take this. Cook's going to get 2 touchdowns today. Let's say one receiving, one rushing. Buffalo 35-28. 35-28. Buffalo beats them by a touchdown to stop the three-peat. I mean, if the three-peat comes, that would be cool. I'm down with that too. But they got several teams in their way right now still. That three-peat is not guaranteed. So I like Buffalo and the over, guys.
See, this is the cheating part of the show because everybody knows if you looked in the chat what I put my money on. So my money's on the Bills. I'm taking the over because I think this is going to be a shootout. And what I would love to see happen is Josh Allen. This would be poetic. Josh Allen gets the ball with time running down, and he takes the Bills down the field. He alleviates all the questions about if he's the quarterback, if he's the guy, if he can do this. He's going to step in the huddle. He's going to tell them, we're going to put the women and children to sleep and go looking for dinner. And at this point in time, the Bills will drive down the field. They will lead the last march. As Jameis Winston says, the horses are prepared. They're going to lead us to victory, baby, because this is it. Victory is the Lord's. That's what Josh Allen doing today. Only thing he's not doing, he's not going to put his finger in the W shape and chew his finger, but he's going to give you Jameis Winston today. I got the Bills in the over, man. And I need Cook to have over 60 yards rushing. We good.
Mm-hmm. Should be good. Should be good.
I'm not sure if everybody's flying in for this, if the Jim Kellys and the great Marv Levy, I'm not sure if they're flying in for this, so they're gonna watch this from home.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I think we God.
Jim Kelly flying in for this? Jim Kelly walking through that door?
No, that's not what it is.
What is it?
Wait, keep talking. I'll put it in the chat.
Here they go again, BJ.
But everybody, all of America is behind Buffalo.
America.
And rightfully so. I think the Bills win this game. I think they get up early. But unlike other teams, they're not going to take their foot off the gas because that's the only way you can beat Kansas City. You got to knock them down. And then when you knock them down, you got to take their head and you got to rub it in the dirt. You got to keep rubbing until they stop moving. You know, you got to step on their necks early. And I think Buffalo goes up early. I'm going to take the over. And I'm going to say old school thrashing. Buffalo 45. The Chiefs 17.
God damn.
Got to exercise that demon.
Everybody picking the Bills and the over. Everybody. I don't think we've ever had one this lopsided before. What you got, BJ?
I don't even know where to start. I know we over an hour, so I'm not gonna make this long.
Well, we had 30 minutes on Kobe.
Technically, it's the whole season, so we can be over an hour, I thought.
Buffalo's 0-3 against Kansas City in the playoffs. AFC Championship in 2020, the 13-second divisional game, and last year at home, Josh Allen throws a perfect bomb to Diggs and it goes right through his hands. Then Tyler Bass misses the field goal wide right. I always tell people, the Lions can't because the Lions haven't lost 4 straight. So there's no fan base, if you're a Buffalo Bill fan, that can tell you and look you in the face, be like, I know what y'all going through. There's none. Everybody on this panel has watched their team win a Super Bowl. It might have been 91, but you watched your team hoist a Super Bowl trophy. Um, this is the biggest game of Josh Allen's life. This is, like the Midnight Rider said, it's time to take your team. If you look at the Bills, the last two games, that offense really hasn't been clicking. They played the perfect game against the Ravens. The Ravens had 3 turnovers last week and should have won that game. But here's the thing that people are forgetting. Yeah, if Mark Andrews catches that ball, you still give Josh Allen and that offense time to go down the field with their timeouts. I think that's what everybody's forgetting about that. But they won the game. So you go to Arrowhead. There's no home field advantage as far as weather because this is both for cold weather teams. The Bills are used to Arrowhead. They've had to go there for the regular season and the playoffs the last couple of years, the last 4 years. So you get a team coming here, they know what they're getting into. You got some new faces on the other side, Amari Cooper, that wasn't here for that series. But the guys that's been here, Allen, Matt Milano, Hamlin, Christian Benford. I'm trying to see if he's playing today. One of our best corners, Teron Johnson, Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown. Like, these guys know what time it is. And it's the crazy thing is this is the biggest game of their life. And if they win this game in 2 weeks, that'll be the biggest game in their life. They have to beat the Chiefs today. There's no excuses. They're not, besides Christian Benford on the concussion protocol and probable to play, they don't really hit. Taylor Rapp is out. That's a big one because he's part of that safety secondary. And, they got Xavier. We got Xavier Worthy on the other side, won a revenge game because the Bills traded down and let him go to the Chiefs. It's a whole bunch of things playing out here. I said this last week because I picked the Ravens last week. I'm picking the Chiefs this week. The Bills have to prove to me, Josh Allen has to prove to me that they're ready to take this step and win this game. I'm rooting for them, but the Chiefs have shown me that in the playoffs, they win games. Josh Allen and the Bills haven't shown me that yet. I'll be in here with my Buffalo Bills socks on. I'll be in here at 6:30 with my blood pressure high, rooting for them. But this is a must win. This is everything. This is, if they lose this game, you have to consider a coaching change. Go ahead, Midnight Rider.
No, because you just said two things, and I'm sorry, the way my mind works, it's a beautiful mind, but sometimes it short circuits and sometimes it goes into fields. But the Bills were the team at number 10 that traded out of the pick for the Chiefs to get Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
The Bills were the team that traded out of the pick for KC to get Worthy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
man.
The
Like, if you
Bills
go, like in my mind, I hear the what's the what was that show with the aliens? God, I can hear the music from that show where it was the white guy and the white lady, and they would go chase down the aliens or whatever. In the chat, y'all know what I'm talking about. X-Files. Thank you. I can hear that music playing as you were saying that.
The crazy thing is America's rooting for Buffalo, but the Bills organization is responsible for where the Chiefs are right now because of that Mahomes trade down and them letting Kansas City get Mahomes and Andy Reid get Mahomes and make him what he is today. Buffalo has what it takes. Buffalo has what it takes. They got the running game. I believe I had it up. The Chiefs are – I did have it up. I think the Chiefs are in the teens when it comes to run defense. I apologize. I had it up. So
they are
Buffalo,
back.
yeah, they're big back when it comes to run defense. So they're going to have to take advantage of that. Both teams kind of got the same thing. If you double Kelsey, you got to worry about the receivers. If you pay attention to Cooker Allen too long, then you get Knox and Kincaid, Amari Cooper, Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel, Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins. You got a dose there, and then if you turn your back on him, Josh Allen is gone with his legs, same as Patrick Mahomes. I think the difference is going to be this. Not just the Buffalo Bills, but America over the last week has complained about the refereeing in the Chiefs game. And I think that is going to play a factor. And that's why I say it's no excuses. The Bills know what they're going into. Like the big guy KG said, you have to curb stomp them because you're playing against them. You got a crowded Arrowhead, and you possibly got questionable calls that's going to come up. You have to play through that. You have to put points on the board. They've had drives the last 2 weeks against the Ravens and the Broncos where they're not really moving the ball like you normally see the Bills move the ball. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs and the under. I think this is going to be it's like give me 21-24, 22. It's going to be something. It's going to be it's going to be right up 21-17, 24-21. I don't think nobody's going to break this game open. It's going to be a mistake. Can the Bills trick Patrick Mahomes into throwing an interception? Can you get Josh Allen or somebody to make a mistake on the other side? Can Tyler Bass make field goals in Arrowhead? I think that's what it's going to come down to. I like the Bills defense. I think the Bills are more catered to play the Chiefs than they were the Ravens. The Bills are built for the Chiefs, not the Ravens. The Ravens were too big up front for Buffalo. You don't have that problem with Kansas City. Kansas City is fast up front, and they're better equipped to deal with Josh Allen running. But give me Kansas City 24-21. I'm rooting for my Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna be quite honest. They win today. I don't give a shit about a Lamar Hunt trophy. I've seen 4 of those raised. I could care less. It's a necessary evil that has to be done to get to the Super Bowl. I've watched 4 Lamar Hunt trophies. I've seen people with AFC Championship. I don't give a shit about any of that. They have to win today, and then they have to go 1-0 in 2 weeks. That's all I care about. Congratulations if you win. If they win, you enjoy it, but you have to beat whoever's coming out of the NFC East. And the Buffalo Bills, unfortunately, have a task in front of them that only they can complete. If the Eagles win, and they play Buffalo, and they lose to Buffalo, and Buffalo lose to the Eagles, they would complete a Super Bowl loss cycle against the entire NFC East.
Can I hold you up 1 second, BJ?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm next. We in an hour and 13 minutes, right?
Yep.
Game don't start till 3.
We going till 3.
We can go as long. I mean, I know it's against the rules, but I mean, let's do this, man. We talking about a situation where your team hasn't been in this situation in 30 plus years. So like let's not shortchange your thoughts on the Bills and the Chiefs. Let's not shortchange the world on what we're thinking, because we got comments for days right now going.
No, I for y'all haven't been to the championship in 31 years. I watched Buffalo in 2020 go to the AFC Championship, and they just weren't ready. I think it was 38-24. That's when Stephon Diggs was watching the celebration at Arrowhead. I think the best year for this team that they should have won the Super Bowl was a divisional 13-second game when Gabe Davis went off for 2. I think that was their year to win the Super Bowl, and I think that was Leslie Frazier's last year. That was just a coaching blunder. I thought they should have did a couple different things. It's no reason why they should have moved that ball in 13 seconds with Tyreek Hill. I just think they played it wrong. Then you have the year before last where you had the shooting in Buffalo and you have DeMar Hamlin die on the field. I think that was just too much for that team to overcome. Because when they got to the playoffs at home against Cincinnati, they didn't have anything left. Cincinnati steamrolled them in Buffalo. Then you get just missed cues last year. You can't blame that. Josh Allen played the perfect game. You can't blame the Diggs drop, your number one receiver. dropping the ball when it counts. When it counts, that's when we need you. You can't blame that on McDermott. You can't blame Tyler Bass going wide right to tie the game. That's not McDermott's fault. They were put in a position to win the game at home.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the other thing Buffalo has to remember. After that game was over last year, Mahomes was in the locker room screaming to his team, we gave them what they wanted. They wanted it at fucking home. We gave it to them, and we beat them. This is what those guys are saying that's been here for a while. That's what that shit should be playing in the locker room, or they should, when they got their iPads, that video should be forced to loop. We gave them what they fucking wanted. They wanted it at home. We came there and we beat them. That should be looping through the Buffalo Bills. It should be a game of anger today. It should be a game of anger. The offensive line should be angry. You have to get to a point where enough is enough. Y'all beat us enough. Yeah, they beat them in the regular season. Josh Allen had the 4th and 2 run earlier in the season to beat them and give them the loss. But nobody cares about that. It's AFC Championship time. Regular season doesn't matter. Josh has said it numerous times. That was the regular season. And they know that. They've been spectacular in regular season. This team was written off when they got rid of Diggs and Gabe Davis. Nobody thought this team would even win the AFC East. Mm-hmm. They did. Some of them picked the Jets and the Dolphins to come out in Buffalo, not even making the playoffs. But let me tell you this. One guy here, myself, told y'all that this team was going to be fine. It was going to be okay. And that we had somebody named Khalil Shakir. We had 2 good tight ends. You still had James Cook cooking in the backfield. And you still got Joshua Patrick Allen with his arm and his legs. He showed you in that Bronco game that throw he made to the end zone with a running back. There's only a couple quarterbacks in the league that can make that throw. It's probably Mahomes, Allen, and Jackson with the arm strength to make that throw to get that ball to that running back in the end zone. It's only a couple quarterbacks that can make that throw. Go ahead, Jack.
I was just saying, I heard you say something a little bit ago when you started talking about your Bills, and it's win this AFC Championship and get to the Super Bowl, or is it time for a coaching change? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Losing the conference championship game, that'd be like replacing Ralph Friedgen at Maryland after he just won Coach of the Year. I don't think McDermott's job's in jeopardy on this game. And then another thing you mentioned was the Mark Andrews drop.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews caught hell in Baltimore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Death threats, all kind of crap. And I want to give a big shout out to Bills Mafia for stepping up. I don't know many people know Mark Andrews is diabetic. He checks blood sugar on the sidelines multiple times a game, possibly has to give himself insulin on the sidelines. I'm diabetic, but I'm type 2. So it's a little different. I mean, that's something he's been dealing with his whole life. So for Bills Mafia to come to his aid and raise $100,000 for diabetes after all the shit Andrews took in his hometown, Baltimore, I think that's big, big, big ups for Bills Mafia, man. That just shows class.
I got to say, Bills Mafia is probably, they're one of the craziest fan bases, but they're also one of the classiest because they've done this multiple times where when there's a cause and a player involved with a cause, they will jump in and champion that cause. I got to give them all the credit in the world for that. But yeah, B, keep going, man. We don't get here often. This is the first time that the show, as a show, is like we both got a chance to have our teams in the championship game, and we got plenty of comments to go with also. So we just got to pick our poison. You want to continue? You want us to hit the comments, and then you respond to comments.
I say the coaching change is. It has to be. We're just not going to go get a coordinator. It has to be somebody and I've said this name before, it has to be somebody that is ready to take this team to the next step because we've had miscues over the last 4 years where it was coaching, where you're getting out coached by Andy Reid, you're getting out coached by the Bengals coach. I thought for a while last week they got out coached by Harbaugh. There's only one name that I would go get that would be ready to step in and give a different tone to this team, and that'd be John Gruden. That's the only name that I would go get to kind of get this team. He got the Buccaneers over the hump. The team was already ready. They're already built. This team is already built. This team is built for a championship. It's just the X's and O's and the chess match on the field setting things up to succeed. But it's no excuses today, man. We've come into the last previous seasons a mash unit, kind of what Detroit was this year. Everybody's hurt. You know, you got 6-7 players on injury reserve. You got a couple other players 70%. Matt Milano is probably 80-85%. Like I said, a big deal for us today is Christian Benford, our corner. Taylor Rapp is out, you know, so Cole Bishop would be playing. That's a rookie. So, you know, but other than that, like it's just no excuses today, man. It's no unless it's a questionable call that turns something back to Kansas City and gives a new life. The Bills have to win this game, and I don't agree with the score KG put out, but it has to be if they want to exercise the demon completely, it has to be a beatdown. It has to be domination. It has to be breaking Kansas City will. It has to get to a point where you can hear a pin drop in Arrowhead. That's the type of win that the Buffalo Bills need to show today. And we'll see if they're ready for it, man. It's just one of them things. We get to the comments because I think I said all I need to say, man.
All right. Matty Ice said, we all want the Bills to win this, I think, but it's hard to bet against Mahomes. That's true. TJ 8187. Enjoy the game today, fellas. From a Lions fan, we'll be rooting for you guys. Appreciate that. Earl Lawrence said overall day. Jesse said Bills versus Chiefs, refs, Taylor Swift, Caitlin Clark. I agree with that. Melissa Hall Jackson said I agree.
Oh, you know what? I'm letting y'all know now. I am informally proposing to Melissa Hall Jackson when we get to her next couple comments. I know she's married, but still, I'm unofficially proposing to her. Go ahead and get to the comment. You'll know when you see it.
Big Dave gonna come hunt you down.
It's it's an informal. You know what I'm saying?
Informal.
She can say no because she's already married. See, it's not my fault. It's just what she said to me. She speaks my love language.
Get to the feisty girl, boy.
Again, you said she's married, so I got nothing to worry about.
Jack Wagner said Bills in the over. Jesse said 40, Bills 40, Chiefs 30. Jack Wagner said so hard to pick against Mahomes. Wouldn't surprise me if they won. Except for the refs in the NFL, is what Jesse said. Boone said, damn, that's dark, KG. What did I do? I didn't do anything dark. I swear I did.
You did some dark, yeah.
Yeah.
Earl Lawrence said, got a curb stomp, KC. Got damn right. Melissa said, or as Coach Quinn says, hold them underwater until the bubble stop.
That's it. That's it.
Earl said, a great point. There was 131 left. Everyone was like, this is for OT. No, 131 left on the clock. Bills only needed a field goal.
Great point.
X-Files, when Midnight Rider was talking about hearing the music, it was X-Files. Jesse said, y'all know that the ref's going to play a factor. Yeah, that's true.
Factor, yeah.
Every time it's a playoff game in Kansas City, the refs cheat. It don't have to be a playoff game.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy it.
You can find so many plays on so many situations where if
every game.
Right. And if we put everything under the microscope like people do, because people go find the plays that work for their theory. They don't find both. No, you can't do that, dog. It's talking to a kid that's the child of a referee. Like you can't it doesn't always work that way, man.
Hey, BJ, he said, no, you can't do that, man. Like a little kid. That was funny.
I'm sorry, Jack.
For Earl Lawrence said for sure Bills Mafia raised a ton of money for Andrews fundraising. They did. They absolutely did. Can't remember, but they did the same thing last year, is what Earl said. Maddie said, Gruden will want way too much control, and trust me, you don't want him anywhere near your draft war room. Please trust me, the Gruden ship is sailed. Jesse said exactly 100. Jack Wagner said Bills versus Commanders and the S word. I can't use Commanders and the S word, and I can't say it out.
Not tonight.
And Tim comes in. I don't know where he came from with this. Go Eagles, but he spelled it correctly. I'm surprised if
they know how to spell it.
EGLES. Eagles.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna put a mental note in everybody's head that's gonna watch the AFC Championship later. The Chiefs' right tackle. I've been complaining about him for a long time. Mr. Drop Back himself. Just watch him, because they do not call false start on him. And he gets a little jump on. It's false start on every other team. Every other team, that type of jump is false start, except for Mr. Jawan Taylor, the right tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll see if they call it. They called it, I think they may have called it twice Kansas City's last game, maybe. But yeah.
They called it a bunch opening night, and then they stopped calling it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
he rocks back a lot. He rocks back.
Now he on a purple cup with the lean. He's already one of his feet are coming off the ground. That's false start.
That's
false start, baby.
Earl said, "Nah, don't do it. No S word. You right. No S word." This is not a dig at BJ. Not at all. It's just the date. 26 years ago. 33 years ago today, Washington won their last S word against B's Buffalo Bills. And here we are 33 years later in an NFC Championship game. And that run in 91 was epic and magical. This run in 2024 has been pretty goddamn good too. Midnight Rider.
If you want an SAT word for this, you can say that we're on the precipice of something dynamic happening. There you go. SAT word. The word is precipice.
Precipice.
I got to start writing these things down.
And they're gonna start writing it down. We're gonna have to do a little cash app in the bio for these this lesson, man.
If you want the Midnight Riders SAT lesson prep pain,
which I glad you do.
You gotta remember I'm a writer
every time, but we got to get to this because we got to get out of here. Commanders versus Eagles. At the link.
Eagles are 6.5. Where we gotta go? Favorite. Where we gotta go? Where we gotta go? What do you mean? We gotta jump. Where we gotta go?
Midnight Rider trying to stay in this all day long.
Man, I'm balling, man. If I can't be with my boys on the best day about to happen, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Let's go.
The best day of your life.
The Eagles are 6.5 point favorites. Over under is 47.5. This is a rubber match. The Eagles won the first game. Washington won the second one at the buzzer. This one right here has implications. And I said you were going to get a history lesson. Here's a history lesson for you. The last time a Washington football franchise, and the Philadelphia Eagles played in the playoffs was 1990. The Redskins at the time walked into Veterans Stadium and punched the Eagles in the mouth 20-6 as revenge for the body bag game, which happened 3 weeks earlier. And Joe Gibbs said the body bag game is what set everything in motion for the 91 season for that team to be as dominant as it was in 91. I don't know if I can say the same thing about this team where that loss against the Eagles, that first loss against the Eagles was what set everything kind of sort of right, because it seemed like we were a different team after that Eagles loss. But it also seems like we let teams hang around a little bit, except for Dallas. You know, we put Dallas out of their misery early sometimes, but we let teams hang around too long. And then it's like, we got this. And the poise and the confidence of a young rookie quarterback takes over. And then you arrive with 5 and you got the W. So this game right here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to the I'm gonna throw it to the boss BJ first. Then we'll throw it to the Gentleman Jack, then the Midnight Rider, because BJ likes everybody. He likes to go first on these games, and then everybody else goes. So B, you got this one.
Hey man, I think I said it last week when everybody was worried about who the Commanders played, and I said it's the other way around. Whoever wins that Eagles game is worried about the Commanders, and I think the Eagles know what they're getting into at Lincoln Financial Field later at 3:30, 3 o'clock. This is going to be a dogfight. It's going to be an NFC East dogfight. Everything's clicking for both teams. The thing that concerns me about the Commanders is, can they slow down Saquon? Daron Payne is out. Daron Payne is not playing in this game.
Nope.
So it's going to be interesting. If they can't slow down Saquon, just like we talked about Derrick Henry going for 290, the Ravens going for 299. If you can't slow him down and they're controlling the game, and then they get everything working with Hurts and Brown, and you're going to have a long day. So the Commanders got to come in. They got to jump out early, and they got to control the pace and the clock. They got to try to keep the Eagles off the field as much as they can. But I just don't see them having a problem scoring. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders today, man. Anybody know what the weather is at the link today? Is it the same we got around here?
It's like about 40 degrees.
But it's no rain or anything else up there, is it?
Good.
Give me the over. Yeah, give me the over. I'm gonna say Commanders 34-30. Give me the over. And the Commanders with the point spread and the over, man. I think their momentum alone. And don't get me wrong, the Eagles got momentum. Saquon is on a record pace. But I just like the Commanders. I've said, since week 3 or 4, I had picked the Commanders to win the NFC East. They fell short of that, but maybe I said the wrong thing. Maybe it was NFC Championship I should have said. I don't know if I said that or not, but
no, but you've been on them the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. It's like you got to pick your poison. And they kind of same thing I was saying about with Buffalo and Baltimore last week. Do you commit to Derrick Henry and then make Lamar beat you passing? You have to pick your poison. Either you're going to get killed by Saquon on the ground, which we know will control the game and kind of break things open, or you commit to Saquon and you trust your corners and you trust your secondary to slow down the Eagles' passing attack. I still don't know how hurt Jalen Hurts is, no pun intended, if he's going to be doing a whole bunch of running. But that's something else to keep an eye on. I just like the Commanders, man. I like the Commanders to go to Philadelphia, the team they're playing for the 3rd time. Both of these teams don't like each other. They got bad blood. And the Eagles probably feel like the only reason why the Commanders won last time is because Hurts left the game. That's probably how they feel, and that's how the fans feel. Mm-hmm. But this is going to be a good game today, man. They 2 really good championship games. It's just not both of these games. It's not no dog favorite where you're just like, yeah, they're going to walk away with this. This team shouldn't be here. Both of these, this is going to be dog fights today. This is going to be scraping, clawing, trying to get out the barrel, somebody, pull you back down and you climbing back up. This is what both of these games are going to be today. The Commanders don't have anything to lose. That's the beauty of playing without that monkey on your back. The Eagles have all the expectations. They're the ones that are supposed to. They have Super Bowl expectations. No, just like Buffalo, everybody counted the Commanders out. Nobody picked the Commanders to do anything this year. And not only do they have Lock Rookie of the Year, there is no. That was a cute thing the NFL did, putting the finalists up for Rookie of the Year. That's cute. The rookie is Jaden Daniels, and they say the votes are in for MVP. But if somehow, and I'm gonna respect the panel, if somehow the Commanders will go to the S word and win the S word, that's your MVP. It's just no. It's an amazing season, the best rookie season we've ever seen. And the crazy thing is, this team probably has what would RG3? This Jaden Daniels is definitely NFL history so far, probably the best rookie campaign. And then the RG3 rookie campaign was what, probably top 10, top 5. That's amazing. That's amazing. What's that? A 10-year, 12-year span? Now hold on.
Yeah, about 2012.
Yeah, that's amazing that in 2012 to here you have 2 rookie campaigns that brings the fans back, brings the fan base back together. And it's like I said, I grew up in this area, man. It's just really, I root for the team. Don't get me wrong. I bleed red, white, and blue. My heart is in Kansas City right now. And I told you I picked the Chiefs, but I'm rooting for the Bills. I just picked them because they have to prove it to me. I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I've given it to them for the last 4 years. But I root for this team, man. I got a Redskins hoodie. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get it in a minute. I'm going to do a Jack Carr.
No. Don't change up what you're doing. Don't change up what you're doing.
Nah, dog.
Don't
be that guy.
We good.
Okay.
Well,
I got my Buffalo Bill socks.
You.
I got my Buffalo Bill socks I got to throw on, so I'm going to put those on. But
don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I got you.
You can put on your Buffalo Bills panties if you want to. I just don't put that Redskins shit on.
Look, I had to get some Buffalo Bills panties. But anyway, look. That's a good idea, Jack, actually. No.
You get them silky jumps.
Some major league,
right?
Some superstitions. But I just like the Commanders today, man. They're playing loose. That team got the confidence of a lion. They got the confidence when how you seen those National Geographics when the lion is surrounded by all the hyenas and he's kind of like trying to keep him at bay. He keeps turning, and then that other pack of lions come around the corner, and now he buffs up a little bit and be like, "Oh yeah, now what?" That's what the Commanders look like. Ain't no pun intended on that because they just beat the Lions. But I just like them going into this game, and I think both teams got to worry about how they're going to stop Jaden Daniels of that offense for the Eagles, and then the Commanders have to worry about how they're going to slow down Saquon and the Eagles offense. Like I said, it's familiar territory. I don't think there's a home field advantage in this one. I think it's crazy. I don't think Kansas City has a home field advantage because you got 2 cold weather teams, and you got 2 cold weather teams going in Philadelphia, and they're used to that. The Commanders are used to that environment. So give me the Commanders.
She heading back to school, y'all.
Hey, be safe.
Thank you.
Commanders 34-31. Nah, you good, man. 34-31. I'm a tiptoe out of here, and I'm gonna let this thing ride because, like the Midnight Rider said, we got Championship Sunday. First time in Sideline Junkies history that everybody's team on this panel is in the championship game. So, fellas, floor is yours. Hey, Jack, we can't Opus clips this one.
Nah, the cost of grip.
Woo!
But
Big guy KG, where you at?
Philadelphia for the past several years, no matter who their defensive coordinator is, seem to pin the ears back and just come at whoever we got at quarterback. Well, Fangio tried that stuff with JD5, and it's not working. The best quarterbacks under pressure. 3 of them are in the championship weekend here. You got Allen, Daniels, Jackson, and Mahomes. They're the top 4 quarterbacks under pressure. The top quarterback when being blitzed with a quarterback rating of 92, Jaden Daniels. So blitz Daniels all you want, son, because JD5 ain't worried about that. He loves going out on the wing and making a throw running. I think it opens the offense up more when you blitz him like that and he can get outside, because then the defense don't know. Is Jaden going to run? Is Jaden going to throw? So that makes him double powerful. But Washington has to put points up today. In order to beat Philly, it's not going to be a KG shootout, Midnight Rider. They got to put up points. And I think De'Ami Brown has to continue to be a target that Daniels is looking for, because Philly's game planning against McLaurin. Run game will open up the pass game for Washington. So let's get Eckler and B-Rob carrying that ball hard today. They should be so amped up for this game. Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts' knee, we need to lay licks on him. I'm not trying to sound like a dirty player or anything, but the man is injured. So anytime you can put a legal lick on Jalen Hurts today, you need to. Saquon's going to run the ball more because of Daniel's injury, I believe. We're not going to contain Barkley, but we need to pick and choose what big plays he can get. He can't just be busting off 40-yard runs on us. That's going to hurt. Antonio Brown, tight end, Goddard. Man, this is going to be a tough one, but and I saw a stat the other day. Rookie quarterbacks are 0-5 in conference championship games. So all the first that Jaden Daniels has accomplished this year, I think this is going to be another first. He's going to be the first rookie quarterback to win a conference championship. I'm not saying that because I'm a Washington fan. I'm just looking at the matchups of this game. I think Washington can outscore him. So I take Washington. What's numbers? 47-5. Yeah, I take Washington and the over in this one. So Washington over. The run game's got to open up the pass game. Definitely. That's a recipe for any football squad, but definitely for this Washington football squad. So that's what I like today. Hail Redskins. Hail Commanders. Hail Washington.
KG, do comments because I'm going to be a minute.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. Boone said, Encyclopedia Rider. Earl said, nice. Love him. Matty Ice said, same here. I want Washington to win this game for you guys, but I think it's still a year or 2 left. Earl said, I got to do my routine. None of the regular season stuff matter. About to start a fight with my wife.
We encourage that.
Matty Ice said, sadly, I'm going to be on the ice from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., but I will be recording this game so I can watch before the show tomorrow. Earl said, do the same order as last week, LOL. Matty said, peas. Oh, you checking out?
Yeah.
And gotta sell out on the run is what Earl said. QB and running back make Jalen beat you with his arm. Tim said Eagles by 50. Oh, Lord. Earl said, I said it last week. JD should be in the conversation for league MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And nah, leave that thing alone. And Boone said, I've made my sacrifice to Joe Boo. I'll leave it in his hands now. Hail to the Commanders. Jack Wagner said the table was set for Jaden to do his thing. and Earl said, this is NFL. If they're hurt, gotta hit this spot. Just the way it is. Oh, well, he gotta get it. Michael Vlog says go Skins, and Earl said, hey, I said start a fight my wife because been doing it the last 2 weeks. Yeah, we know. That's why we encourage it. Mute button, Jack. Mute button.
His wife's a Ravens fan, and Earl Lawrence is a diehard Washington fan. He grew up closer to D.C. than I did over there in College City. So, yeah, it's a house divided there in the Lawrence house.
I guess it's my turn. So I'm gonna talk about a couple things. For 33 years, as a fan base, we were in the desert. We were in a place that was so low that fans didn't want to be fans of this team. And at some point, Josh Harris came along and almost like Moses said, let my people go. He split the waters that is the controversy that Dan Snyder created and made this place called Washington Commanders home again, home for everybody. I've walked around this city for so long, so many days, the last few days, and I've seen almost like a resurrection of the spirit of the fans of this team. When I think about the way this team is resurging its fan base, I think of the Phoenix. The Phoenix is an animal that it destroys itself, becomes ashes, and has to build itself back up. We are building ourselves back up. This is the Phoenix getting to its place. We are about to spread our wings and we are about to fly. If you go to your book of Daniels 5:17, it says, why not us? Why not us? Today is the day that God has made for us to get to a place, to get to the point where we got Super Bowl on our mind. This day has been laid out. It's a reason it's January 26th. It's a reason it's on the day of the last time we were at the Super Bowl. And if you don't believe, then I need you to believe. And if you can't believe, then there's nothing else that you can see in this world that you're going to believe in. You're going to walk through this life lifeless. You won't know what it means. I keep telling y'all, this is a lifestyle. Being a Redskin fan is a lifestyle. When you wake up, you are born into this when it's the right way. There's a bunch of kids right now, they're going to have to get baptized. They're getting baptized this week. They done went out on Christmas Day. They got them JD5 jerseys. That was their baptism. They didn't have to go through all the suffering we did the last 33 years. But they are here now at the beginning of something new. They are on the precipice. They are at the beginning stages. We are crawling before we walking, but we decided not to crawl. We crawled the first 6 weeks of the season. We about to walk into what this is. We're going to walk in belief. We're going to walk in faith. We're going to walk in to being what we should be, and that is a top-tier team in this league, and we should be fighting for Super Bowls on a regular basis. I believe in 5. I believe he can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day, but 5 will have his way.
Amen.
Commanders over. If you want to believe, take your time and believe in this. This is the Commanders. This is a lifestyle. You don't do this cheaply. You got to walk by faith. And if you're not walking by faith, then you can't see the facts that are laid out before you. That's all I got.
Because these are the facts of life.
You want me to follow that up? Earl Lawrence said, preach. Boone said, preach, Pastor. Rev T.
Yeah, Rev T. He said, why not us?
Yeah. Let me pass this offering plate around. Earl Lawrence said, why not us? Why not us? And Earl Lawrence talk about routines and doing everything the same way we've been doing it. So it's my turn to do the routine.
Come on.
In this game,
shit.
you got the Eagles versus the Commanders. The Eagles are so good. You got Brown, you got Saquon, you got Hurts, even though he's injured. Oh my God, how can we stop them? Then you got that defense. Oh my God. Slay is he's gonna just lock Terry down, and we're not gonna be able to do anything. And golly, man, I don't know how we'll score on this defense. And I think they'll beat us by like 1 point. I think they'll beat us 14-13. I'll take the Eagles in this one in the under. God.
Hey, Midnight Rider.
I'm not.
Next year he need to get a new bit.
It changes every year.
Okay,
I'm
cool with that. I'm cool with
go
that.
with what works.
I don't know if I can work with so good for another season. I don't know if I can handle that.
Hey, but look how far it done got us. 14 wins.
I'll let you believe that.
14 wins, Jack. Look how
I'll
far
let
it
you
done got
believe
us.
that's the reason.
I haven't picked Washington to win a game since week 1.
You're
No,
right.
you haven't.
Because when I picked that game week 1, they lost. And I was like, nope, not picking them for the rest of the season because if I pick them, they're going to lose. So I picked against them.
It cost you a perfect 16 game pick on Sunday?
Twice. Yeah. I went 15-1 1 week. 2 weeks.
Yeah. So if that's what
So who
if
won
that's
the
how
pick?
you roll.
We still came in second in the picks.
No, he didn't.
That's
Was that
okay.
him? That was him
me.
in second?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
We all
came
know
in
who
third?
came in first.
Who came in third?
I don't know. I mean, if you're not first, you last.
Man, shut up. The picks, I liked it because the top 3 were junkies, which is awesome. Shows we know a little bit about what we're talking about. But I thought as a group we did well on picks.
I think the picks are fun. I mean, that's why I've done that. Y'all got to get on the other one that I do, which is the win totals. That will be. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna separate the men from the children. Because if you do win totals, preseason win totals, it's crazy, man.
I did two survivor pools this year. You on mute, BJ. I did 2 survivor pools this year, and both of them I got knocked out on my second chance. So week 1, I picked Cincinnati. You remember how the season started, Midnight Rider? The heavily favored lost. So I picked those 2 weeks in a row on my survivor pool, and I've never been out of the survivor pool by week 2.
But this has been a different year. And that's another reason why you got to believe in the underdogs this weekend, because that's the way it's gone all season. All season long, the underdogs have won in situations where they weren't supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Hold up.
We got some comments, and let's get to what we eating.
Hold up. Earl Lawrence, I bet you did. You sorry as hell, JC. Thanks, bro.
Let's not start at the bottom of the comments.
I did, because that's the one that caught my eye.
Earl Lawrence said, I don't think we're going to win as long as we don't get chumped. And don't wear redskin gear, bro.
I think that's for BJ. That's for BJ.
Yeah.
Jesse said, I'll be rooting for y'all Washington fans from a diehard Lions fan since 78.
All right.
I bet you did. You sorry as hell, JC. All right.
What are you talking about?
He said he's talking about the picks. That's why you finished in third. And then what you finished 5th in the fantasy league?
Well, we know who won the fantasy league.
I won first round. So yeah, maybe I was.
And Boone is absolutely right on his comment. Go ahead and get the Boone's comment.
Eagles fans dress Rocky up in skins gear. No way that was a Commanders fan. They trying to spark them boys.
Yep, I totally agree with that, because it's happened every year, and it's only happened on the NFC Championship game. Go ahead.
I don't think a Commanders fan would have got away with doing that. You know what I'm saying? The first Philly cat that's seen a Commander fan doing that, they'd have roughed them off. So, yeah, it's definitely Philly doing that to try to psych the team up.
Go ahead, Silky. Take us to the next topic, Silky.
Well, we're going to do what you eating, but here's something. Have you ever seen a city put up a statue to a fictional hero?
It's fucking Rocky, dude.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because with that, this is the last thing, because I got too caught up in my biblical take that I forgot my other take on this game. The Eagles fans have been talking trash all week. They've lived in their glory. You know what they did? They bought the little robot for their son. You know what I'm saying? They done moved into the big house. And today, the Washington Commanders get to be Clubber Lang in the first fight. And the only diagnosis we have, and this is why he said what he said in the press conference, the only diagnosis we have for this fight is pain. We are going to arrive violently.
Have to.
Well, can I throw one in there since you said something about Clubber Lang?
Sure.
I don't hate Philly. I just pity the fool.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Let's get the food, man.
Jesse said, the champions here. I won my fantasy football league also. See, champions stick together. Maddie said, I'll be eating some lovely food options from Love's between games tonight. And Detroit Lions has a Barry Sanders in front of the line. Said, but Barry Sanders is real. He's real. Rocky's not. Rocky's a movie. Rocky's a fictional hero. Great movie series, but Rocky's fictional. All right, what y'all eating? Starting with you, Jack Carr.
I don't know all the time, but I know what I had last night. Boy.
Chicken
No. I had this big ass prime rib. Oh, it was slamming with some asparagus on it. Ooh. Yeah, I've been wanting some prime rib for a while. Went to a restaurant a couple weeks ago, and they sold out for the night, so I didn't get it that night. And I was thinking about that ribeye steak, but I went prime rib last night. It was banging.
Did you cook it?
I don't know. Oh, at a restaurant.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Name of the restaurant was Poorhouse over in the Kent Narrows.
Okay.
Very nice little restaurant. It was good. The appetizer was aight, but overall the food was good. My wife got the crab cake. My daughter got a flatbread, and like I say, she's going back. Yeah, it's like a half-ass pizza, if you ask me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So my daughter headed back to school just a little bit ago. Everybody's seen her come give daddy love. So I'm not sure. Me and my wife, we're gonna throw something together. I think we're gonna do halftime Redskins or halftime from the Washington game, eat some grub, and then we'll probably eat a little bit more halftime of the Kansas City game, maybe some finger foods. So I don't think we have a full meal plan since it's just the two of us chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and snow's almost gone. I'm happy about that.
Gotta be.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You know me. My what you eating schedule ain't always right till Sunday afternoon. But I can definitely tell you what I ate the day before.
Hey, sometimes this is what you ate.
Yes, sir. What you got? What you got, Midnight Rider? Get your cheesesteak yet?
No. I haven't cashed that in yet.
Don't nobody want to come out and hang.
That's on the docket still. We're gonna wait for that cheesesteak to happen. So what I got is, I got 2 pieces of pizza yesterday from Harris Teeter that were dope. I ate those last night and yesterday, and I thought I was gonna be good. And I was like around 11 o'clock, I just got like this. I wanted to eat something, and I didn't want to cook this morning, so I made like spaghetti last night at like midnight. So I made spaghetti. So I I got that to start me off today. But I got a nice little New York strip. I think I'm going New York strip. If the game looks good and we win, I might switch over to the porterhouse that I got. But I think I'm going on a steak. I just don't know if I'm doing the New York strip or the porterhouse. That's gonna be dinner. And I might actually, if I'm in the mood, I might do some potatoes. Who's next?
B.
I go next. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea.
I'll go next.
But you know, my squad don't play to 6:30. I'm gonna go run some errands. I'm gonna try to be back in the house at 3. I want to be anchored, and I don't really care about eating. I just want to watch football today. I don't even care. And my wife isn't here, but she's gonna make sure I get something. Trust me.
Right.
Trust me, believe me. She's gonna make sure something's in the house, or you know, whatever we do. But it's football time, man. I gotta make sure the liquor's right. Make sure the liquor's right. I'll get it in a second. But I don't know, man. I'm thinking some buffalo wings and fries.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to cut you off. If we both win NFC Championship games and we're in the Super Bowl,
special Super Bowl show.
I'm just saying, if we get there, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it happens, we need a good bottle of something, and we get a shot. We take a drink off of that. We'll meet somewhere in the middle of the road. I don't care, and we got a drink just because our team's playing. It could be me and you. It could be me, you, and Jack. I don't care who it is, but
you gotta invite KG. You just gotta bring apple juice.
Look at Earl's comment, but down the bottom, y'all. What that Midnight Rider was drinking last week? You know what?
Oh, hey, I'm here. We here.
I agree with Earl on this one. You can't be saying that we got to win this one first. There is nothing matters.
I'm definitely saying that, but I'm just asking B, would he be willing to do that if we win? You know, we get us a little Jack single barrel or maybe a little Crown Reserve, because he's a dark liquor guy.
Remy?
I don't want to do Remy. Remy's too cliche to me.
I
mean, Remy, been there, done that.
Okay.
No, get like a little Johnny Walker Gold or something like that.
I don't do
if
scotch.
It happens. Well, we can't do scotch, then we do something else. I'm just saying, we figure it out.
I don't do booze no more.
I didn't get to get into my routine.
Some Fruit Loops.
I got Fruit Loops, all right.
Yeah, I know you do. You didn't think I knew about that? Yeah. I'm in the city, baby.
I didn't get to get into my routine for the national championship game for reasons beyond my control.
Okay.
I said what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to let anything stop the routine today. So I'm going full John Thompson today. I got some smoked sausages that I'm going to put on. I'm going to have me a sausage sandwich. I'm going to sit in the chair with my toes up. I'm good. I'm going full John Thompson today. I need every bit of DC legendary magic around me. So I'm going to have it the way it's supposed to be.
Is that a patty or a link?
Link.
How you make? Oh, you just roll it in bread?
Roll it in bread.
I used to like sausage in a patty. But okay. I'm with you.
And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to enjoy that. I done told Xavier and Dario we having sausage sandwiches today. We're good. So it's to the point that I gotta make sure I put I hook the surround sound back up.
You see that too?
Yes, sir.
Earl tripping.
What did I have?
Earl, I got the same draws on as last week, Earl. What you want me to do, brother?
No. See, the routine is every week my food change. My food never has to be the same. But one thing that has to be the same, I got to drink out of the same glass or the same cup. And I've been drinking out of one of my Redskin cups the last couple of weeks. So when I drink something, I drink out of my Redskin cup. So
I went back and got the same shirt on. This is my dad's shirt from the 90s.
Don't skip
Dallas game.
Jesse Young.
Huh?
Don't skip Jesse Young.
I won't. The Dallas game. I was drinking out of a solo red cup and we were losing. When I switched over to my Redskin cup, that's when we came back and won. Jesse said he loves some Fruit Loops. Yes, he is a Fruit Loop.
Fruit Loops. Yes,
my guy. He said he grilled some baby back ribs, glizzards, and hamburgers. Damn.
I know that's right.
Oh, to come to your fucking house. Give me a burnt hot dog, Jesse.
Yeah, I want some of that.
Shit, they had a burnt hot dog in a while.
Jesse got it going on.
Xavier chiming in. Eagles are going to choke like the Lions and the Vikings. Ooh. He said he was saving that. He said he told everybody he wasn't making no picks until the show. He made his pick.
All right.
Earl said, okay, yep. Man.
Hey, shout out to Denny Avia. He's on like a 3-game streak where he's been getting double-doubles. So if you bet in basketball, then Denny Avia double-doubles might be a thing.
You just killed it. You just killed it. That boy never have a double-double for us to see. You just killed it.
Hey.
Shame they ain't winning in them double-doubles.
Don't matter. I mean, shoot. Jason Taylor only scored 24 when you get him for 25. Sorry.
We won now.
Mentality. Sorry. Go ahead. You can take us out, KG.
Well,
but tune in to our Tuesday show for the college basketball catch-up roundup. We had some big shit happen this weekend. Vandy upset Kentucky, and the Maryland Terrapins upset number 17 Illinois. So catch us on Tuesday for our NCAA basketball recap.
Oh, we can't end the show now.
You just said take us out of here, so I figured I'd get my last
I understood what I said, but sometimes you ain't got to listen to me because sometimes I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. We got a show tomorrow.
I don't be knowing what I'm talking about.
Tomorrow, starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow, we got the new show starting, Drive Time with Matty Ice, recapping the weekend and hitting some topics that we normally don't hit. So that starts tomorrow at 5. So let's give that some love. So now we're going to hit you Monday with Matty Ice, Tuesday with us, Wednesday in the passenger seat, because this week we got Mark Wilson, coach, former coach of the Bladensburg boys basketball team, current coach of Rapsville football. Tuesday we are at 7:45. Monday we're at 5. But hey, you ain't got to worry about time. If you click like and subscribe on YouTube, it comes up when it comes up, and you can go back and watch it when you want to. And then you also hit it on Odyssey. So you let us know what you're trying to do, and you can get down because we got all these things. You got options, baby. You just got to pick your options.
We all over the place, baby. We all over the place.
We got you covered for the week. And I'll say this because if you had told me in 2017 when we started this that we'd be here, the vision wasn't quite there, but yeah, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot, and we're just going to continue to grow and get better. So yeah, I'm excited. Matty Ice show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. So good things, man. Good things coming. Good things coming.
Jesse, I think we start at 5 tomorrow for the drive time. But let's play that by ear a little bit because it's the inaugural episode, so we got to kind of figure some things out, work schedule wise.
It's funny you say that about 2017. If you remember, B, we did one show a week, and that was on a Saturday. We would do shows at Saturday at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and we would record those shows and put them out for Sunday.
Yep.
That's what we did.
We did shows. We did an AM show for the 1 o'clock games for Sunday, and then we came back with a PM show for the late games. Yeah, yep. I remember that. I remember it.
And we used to pull double duty.
Yep. So,
and we've come a long way. No show shows are recorded and put out at 11 a.m. And then next thing you know, here we are doing live shows on Sunday morning, going 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Boom.
The boss BJ said it would never happen. God damn it, it happened today.
Live.
Yes, sir.
Mighty Ice said 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited, man.
All right, well, let's take this thing home. Everybody go get settled in, do what you got to do. 3 o'clock will be here before you know it. We got to do, and we got to do it. We're going to do it right. So good luck to B's Buffalo Bills. Good luck to our Washington Commanders.
What's the matter, fellas? What's up?
Y'all sure y'all don't want me to go get my hoodie?
Nah.
No, we
I've
don't
been
need
wearing
that.
these joints all year. Nah, BJ.
Sit back, relax.
I love
Love
this
it.
place, man.
And then it's gonna be like this, y'all. It's gonna be like, boom!
C Webb said Lions fan, go Redskins, and that's what's up. Yep.
Punch myself
Yeah,
in the
it's
eye
time.
on that
It's
one.
time. It's eating time, Jesse. So
Championship
right, y'all.
Sunday, baby.
can't say we don't do no overtime because we did hellified overtime. So this is gonna be a good one. Until you'll see us on Tuesday. You'll see Maddie tomorrow. So we out of here.
Bye.